Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we learned about the ngIf directive, which is used to conditionally render something on the web browser. In this video, we are going to talk about the ngFor directive. The ngFor directive is used to iterate through a list of items. Now, the advantage of using the ngFor directive over a traditional loop or the traditional for loop is that it makes it easy to write code and also makes the code little bit smaller than the traditional for loop. Like here, if we have an array of items, like we can say the items, and we have some objects like item code 1 2 3 and the item name like here apple or something else. Now if we want to access some of the objects inside our array, then we will use it through the traditional for loop. Like here we will say items dot length and items of array dot item name, and so we will print it here element. So now we will go to the browser here, ngserve or ngs-o, which will render it to the browser. And so now we will go to the console. As you can see, our item name is coming from the array here. Now we used the for loop and we used maybe 4 to 5 lines to get to the name of that element or the object of the array. But if we use the ngFor directive, then it would be easier for us because it makes it easy to access those objects within a single line. Like here we will say we have the li tag, and inside here we will use the ngFor directive, and we will make any variable like item of items. So we will have to define items because we haven't defined it inside the component, we just defined it inside the ng on init. So in here we will say the item dot item name. We use the interpolation syntax to get to the elements of the objects. Like here we have the item name, item code. We can access anything like the item code also, item dot item code. So now if we go to the browser, as you can see, the name of the item is the apple and the code of that item is 1 2 3, which is coming from the items array. Now if we want to get the index of each object, then we can do that by using any variable. Like here we will say I is equal to index. It will understand because Angular understands why we are using this variable. So now here we can say I, so it will print it here as the index. So as you can see, this is the index of that element or that object. Now if we add any more objects, like here we can say, so we will say here 1 2 5 or anything like here, and here Samsung, here you'll see Sony. So now if we go to the browser, so as you can see our indexing is working fine. You can also use it as index as I instead of using let keyword or any keyword, so it's also working fine. So this is how we use the ngFor directive to access the objects of the array and iterating through the list of items. So ngFor directive makes it easy for us to write code, and it also gives us accessibility to the objects of that array within a single line. We don't have to use a traditional for loop for accessing those objects. We can use, but it is a little bit easier way of using the and accessing the elements of that array. So thanks for watching the video and stay tuned for more videos like this one.